So hello again everyone, and welcome back to another trip. So for this trip, me, Monty, and I'm meeting Steve from Steve's Wild Camping for the first time actually. Yeah, we're all going out on a quick overnighter to Loch Grannoch, I believe. Well, I say quick overnight, I'm only staying for the one night again. And Steve and Monty, who are just in front of me, they're doing the 2 nights, so yeah, it should be quite good. Anyway, it's about maybe 2 or 3 hours now till it gets dark. We've still got about half an hour walk to the loch, so yeah, hopefully we'll be doing very soon like. But yeah, the sun's starting to sneak down now behind the trees, so yeah. Anyway, we'll see when we get to the loch. So in a lot of my videos, a lot of people have been wanting the MSR Elixir 1 back out after I used it in my garden camping video. So here it is, back out again for another camp. The last time I properly used this was at Loch Grannoch last year, so it is good to have it back out. So this is Monty's wee setup for tonight. He's in the Vango Banshee Pro 200. This is where he is, and he's got a nice wee view of the loch too. I have to say I've got the best view. It's quite nice from my tent, like. Got a nice wee camping area there. It's actually quite a nice wee spot this. If you're wondering where Steve is, he's away over there. I think he was struggling to find a space for his tent. So at some point, before it gets dark, I'll take you over to Steve's tent. He's got a Hillerberg, so it'll be interesting to see it. I've only ever seen the solo, so it'll be good to see another Hillerberg tent. It's quite a long one, so it'll be good to see it. Right, so this is Steve's tent. As I said, he's camping in the Hillerberg tonight. Like I said, he's a wee bit further away from us. This is the man himself.
Hello.
So what's the tent called?
It's a Hilberg Le Mans 2.
Right. It's quite a roomy tent, like eh? It's
nice,
a fair size. That's a fair size, like. And he's just setting up the now. Large cooking area too, like. It's quite good. So yeah, that's Steve's setup. It's quite a good tent, that. It's quite spacious. Because there's a Hillerberg, it would be quite good in the wind. So if you're wanting a wee bit more room, you can still probably take that up the hills. So yeah, Steve's quite a nice guy. I quite enjoy his videos. He's not been out camping since January, but he does have his own YouTube channel, so I'll stick a wee link on the video right now to it. Anyway, I'm going to get my wee Trekology seat up. And yeah, we'll just having a wee fire tonight, so yeah, just sit by the fire. If we do get the wind and rain tonight, I'm looking forward to seeing how this tent will perform, especially in the wind. I'm always interested to see how one-man tents will perform in the wind. It is quite sheltered though in the trees, so it might not be a true reflection. It's not as if we're camping up the hills tonight. As you can see, it's getting a wee bit darker now. Starting to lose a bit of light. So I'm not sure, I might get a bite to eat now before it gets dark, or I might wait a wee bit later on. But yeah, it's getting a bit dark now. I've no idea what time it is, so I think it's about 5:30, 6 o'clock now. It's getting darker with the clocks just going back, so and it's November in 2 days time, so It's not great, to be honest. Right folks, so dinner time for me is about 7:30. So as per usual, Jetboil, my usual sort of stove that I'm using now. I'm having the Wayfarer chili con carne and rice. I've not had this for a while, so I thought I would have it again. This tent is great for cooking and the vestibule is really big. Not far from the water, as you've seen. It's a really nice spot, this. The video quality might not be good. It's quite dark, but I'm trying my best, like. Still a wee bit cold actually, could have probably left it in the stove an extra minute. That's the beauty of Wayfarer meals. You can eat these cold, so in an emergency situation, say your gas runs out or there's no source of water, and you can still eat these cold because they're cooked. You're just basically heating them up. I suppose that's another good thing about the Wayfarer meals, another advantage of them over some of their competitors like Summit to Eat. Right folks, so that's us for the night. We've all retired to our tents. Just preparing for the wind tomorrow. I've got rocks holding down the pegs in the tent. The ground's not the best here, so just want to make sure that my tent doesn't unpeg in the wind. So that's me in the tent now, settling down for tonight. So yeah, as I said, I've got the rocks holding the tent down. Yeah, we're expecting a bit of wind and rain throughout the night. It's been quite a calm evening though. It's been quite good sitting by the fire, catching up with Monty, and of course meeting Steve for the first time. Right, anyway, I'm going to jump in the sleeping bag now, chill out for an hour and then turn the lights off and try and get a bit of sleep before the wind and rain. So yeah, depending on what happens, I'll either see you throughout the night or in the morning. But for now, in the sleeping bag, relax, settle down, and yeah, I'll see you all in the morning or at some point throughout the night. Right, good night. Starting to get a bit windy now. It's about 5 in the morning. Nothing really on the tent yet. Yeah, the rain's been going on for about 3 hours, I'd say. Well, good morning everyone. It's been raining constant for the last 6 hours now. We all knew that was going to happen anyway. It's one of those windy camps where you can hear the wind on the trees, but thankfully your tent's not really affected by it. If I was up the hills it'd be a much different story, that's for sure. At some point I'm going to have to get out the tent. I'm not looking forward to that. And don't get me started with the long walk back to the car from here. it's going to be a wet one, like, and I'm by myself because they two are staying the second night. I'm going to go back in the sleeping bag, lie down for another hour, then I'll think about getting up and packing some of my gear away. I think as soon as I finish this noodle pot, depending on the time, I might lie back down in the tent for 10-15 minutes and then I'll start packing away inside the tent. I'm gonna see Monty still needs to borrow my stove as well. I'm not looking forward to getting out, I'm not looking forward to packing up. Just listen to that wind and rain. This is absolutely chaos, man. I am in a puddle, my gear is all dirty. Oh, damn, this weather's really bad. So because of the weather, I've had to take the inner tent down first. So at least I've still got a bit of shelter from the main fly sheet of the tent. I'm muddy anyway, I'm quite wet, but at least it keeps me out the rain and wind for an extra 5-10 minutes. But the hard bit's now about to approach me, because once I get the inner in its dry bag, I've now got to take the fly sheet down in this wind, and as you can probably see, the wind has changed direction slightly and it's got worse, so the fly sheet's now getting hit. So I'm going to have to be careful, because if I lose the fly sheet, the water's right in front of me and I'm not getting it back. So I've got to be careful and at least keep one side of the fly sheet pegged down at all times. It's absolutely chucking it down. Look at this. Right folks, so I found a nice wee shelter spot away from the wind. I'm a wee bit lower than what I was at camp. The first bit of the walk is actually a steep hill. To give you a rough idea, I don't know if you can see the hills in the background, just up there. So we're over the top of the wee hill there, just there. So yeah, since I've got down the hill, it's actually been quite fine actually. And because the rain stopped, it's a wee bit more bearable too. At least most of this walk is sheltered by the trees, so it is quite easy actually, it should be fine. Nothing compared to Storm Kira's walk when I had to bail out at 5 in the morning. That's still by far the worst weather I've ever experienced camping, but this is still quite up there like. Right, going to start pushing on again. I still want to get the car for about 1 o'clock. Like I think I've said already, it's about a 2.5 hour drive home, so yeah, better get on with it. Right everyone, so that's me made it back to the area where we parked our cars yesterday. So quite a nice area, and as you can see the weather is much better down here. The sun's actually came out briefly as well, so really nice. So I'll just quickly show you the area and that'll be the end of this trip. So as you can see, probably the first bit of sunshine for this trip, and I'm right next to my car and it's the end. It'll be really interesting to see Monty's and Steve's perspective of day 2, because they're obviously doing the 2 nights and I'm doing the 1. But this is where we parked. As you can see, it's quite a nice view. Really nice scenic spot in my opinion anyway. Certainly a nice area to start the walk to Loch Grannoch. So about an hour and a half to walk back down to the cars from where I was camped, which isn't too bad considering the weather at the start, but yeah, the last hour of this walk's been really nice. So anyway, that's it, end of the trip. So hopefully you've enjoyed the video. For me it's been a really good trip and enjoyed filming it. And yeah, if you enjoyed it, please consider hitting the like button. And if you're new to the channel, it'd be nice if you joined in and subscribed and keep up to date with the latest content. And that's it. So if you're going out, camp safe, and I'll see you on the next trip. Take care.